Hello, today we're going to have a look at a knot that's very useful for attaching braided line to heavy monofilament line. A couple of occasions where I'd use this knot, just if I'm doing any kind of general fishing where I want to have a nice smooth junction between braided line and some monofilament line that's possibly going to be used as a leader. The other time is if I want a bite tippet of very heavy mono, if I'm tarpon fishing or something like that. This knot is called the Slim Beauty. It's a knot that was developed by surf casters, so they can have a heavy shock leader and a much thinner line behind that to get distance when they're casting. But obviously the heavier line is going to take the shock of the initial cast. I'll just cut this one off and start the knot again. So the first step is I just want to tie a double knot like that, a double granny knot I'd call that. I'm not sure if that's the proper name. And you see, as I start to tighten that, I get like a figure of 8 loop in the line. So I want to actually pass the end of the braid through both of those loops. Like so. And now I just want to tighten that loop. I use the pliers because this is kind of £100 monofilament line. It's slightly difficult to work with, so it helps if I can use the pliers. It just means I'll get a tighter knot. I don't want to tighten that too much because I actually need the braid to slide through the middle of the knot. Now this is the bit that looks tricky, but actually in practice is very simple. So what I'm going to do now is make sure I've got somewhere to tuck the line back through at this end, so I'm actually just going to put my finger through that just at the moment, like that, and I'm going to wind the line, braided line, around the thick line 7 times. So it's about like that. So now I want to hold this end of the knot, and I want to put another 7 turns going back towards the knot I started with. So that's 1, 2, 3, 7. So now at this end, I just want to tuck the end of the braid back through that loop I made initially there. Okay, and now I want to tighten this, but I tighten it quite carefully because I want both sides of the braid to tighten together. So I'm going to start off just pulling on the main line there just to get rid of that loop. Now I'm going to, holding both bits of line, I'm slowly going to tighten. Take your time with this. This is the bit where it can all go horribly wrong. What I'm trying to achieve is I want all of those loops in the line to all tighten up at roughly the same time to give me a nice slim knot. See, I'm just kind of easing that together. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more on that one, a little bit more on that one. There we go. Okay, so now all of those, I've got touching turns of braid going up and down the line. So that knot is that side of the knot is pretty much tightened now. So I just want to grab the pliers and get the knot in the mono a little bit tighter. Again, I'm just going to tighten that down again. So there we have the finished knot. So just to finish that off, I'll just tighten it just for safety's sake one more time, because this is £100 nylon. I can really pull as hard as I want. And I'm just going to clip that off nice and close. I've maybe left 2 millimeters there. You don't want to leave that too long because that's going to stick out and it get caught in the rod rings. The braid, on the other hand, I'll just leave slightly longer. The braid's so soft that's not going to make any difference to anything anyway, so it just gives you a little bit of added security. Cut that off. So there we have it. That's the finished Slim Beauty. It's a really useful knot, and if you use braid in your fishing at all, even for lure fishing or for the fly fishermen, you want to put on a heavy bite tippet, that's the perfect and strongest knot to use.